Hello viewers, today we are going to see what exactly is the medical scribe. So in this video we'll see complete overview of the medical scribe as well as various interview questions and their explanation. So let's see. So first part is background. So what exactly is the medical scribe? आप सबके दिमाग में क्वेश्चन होगा कि एग्जैक्टली मेडिकल स्क्राइब होता क्या है. सो जिस तरह आज हर चीज़ इलेक्ट्रॉनिकली रिकॉर्ड हो रही है उसी तरह पे इलेक्ट्रॉनिक हेल्थ रिकॉर्ड्स आर देयर. Those are nothing but all the health records are getting captured electronically, and it requires necessary documentation of the patients as well as their treatment plan. So इसकी वजह से lot of hours of clerical work has been increasing and record keeping is also increasing. So ये डॉक्टर के लिए एक एडिशनल टास्क बन जा रहा है कि they have to document all these things and to keep that all these records. So it becomes a clerical work for them, and due to that they are not able to concentrate on the patient's treatment. और ये जो क्लरिकल कंप्लायंस है, क्लरिकल वर्क है, ये इम्पोर्टेंट भी है obviously because patient का डेटा है. So यहाँ पे you will understand this is the background, that's why this field has been emerged. Okay, so what is medical scribe exactly? So medical scribe is an assistant. The work done by the assistant. So these are the assistant to the physicians who are responsible for documenting patients' family and medical histories, treatment, allergies, lab results, and any information dictated to them are relevant to the patient's visit. So जब डॉक्टर बात करते हैं पेशेंट के साथ, so whatever information is getting gathered that need to be collated and jotted down in proper way, that is the work of medical scribe associate. So because they are knowledgeable about medical terminologies and have some clinical experience as well as medical scribe often writes as a doctor would. So how doctor is writing, in same fashion medical scribe will write. So they are sure to check all the errors. In case of inconsistencies, they inform the doctors, help resolve the issues, even complete the records. However, they are not responsible for deciding patient's treatment or their care. So, except for deciding the treatment care, बाकी सब चीज़ें वो लोग रिकॉर्ड करते हैं simultaneously during the discussion. तो आप इस जिस तरह यहाँ पे देख सकते हो इसमें, जैसा डॉक्टर और पेशेंट बात कर रहे हैं और जो बाजू में खड़ी है, she is a medical scribe associate. So she is documenting all these things so doctor can concentrate on the discussion and patient care instead of doing all these preparing notes and all these things, jotting down all these points. Okay, the scribe records all the information electronically, and their work is accessible to the doctors who need to check the patient's medical track. So doctor have visibility. तो डॉक्टर को सब चीज़ें पता चल जाती है एग्जैक्टली क्या हो रहा है, मतलब रिकॉर्ड एक्सेसिबल रहता है उसको. एंड मैनेजर्स ऑफन नर्सेस और क्वालिटी एश्योरेंस स्पेशलिस्ट, दे विल मॉनिटर द वर्क्स ऑफ द स्क्राइब. सो मेडिकल स्क्राइब में जो भी काम किया है, ऑफन नर्स और जो भी क्वालिटी एश्योरेंस डिपार्टमेंट के लोग रहेंगे या फिर जो सीनियर्स रहेंगे, दे विल चेक देयर रिकॉर्ड्स, हाउ दे हैव डॉक्यूमेंटेड इट्स वेल एंड गुड और नॉट. So by recording every event and treatment procedure, scribes will allow doctors to concentrate on their patients while taking care of their clinical duties. So by performing their work well, a medical scribe helps improve the efficiency. So doctor की efficiency इस तरह से बढ़ जाती है because the way I mentioned, they are able to focus on the discussion and the treatment plan and all these things without bothering the, collecting the notes and writing and updating the data. That is taken care by the medical scribe, so they can easily help and focus on the interaction and also ensure the accuracy of the important health records, and that this data is accessible to them so they can easily look into that data. So that's a very important and new emerging field. Okay, so वेयर डू मेडिकल स्क्राइब वर्क्स. सो अभी आपको आपके दिमाग में आ गया रहेगा कि ऑब्वियसली हमेशा डॉक्टर के साथ ही रहना पड़ेगा और ऑफिस में, नॉट इन ऑफिस बट क्लिनिक्स में और बड़े बड़े हॉस्पिटल्स में आपको काम करना पड़ेगा. सो ट्रेडिशनली यस, so these professionals assist doctors during patient's visit and simultaneously record all information in EHRs, that is electronic health records. But in some scenarios, medical scribe may also schedule appointments and procure lab reports for the doctor to analyze and intercept. So in between, sometimes medical scribes can schedule appointments, जब lab data कुछ discuss करना रहता है. But many hospitals are nowadays hiring medical scribes remotely, जैसा like India, टू कनेक्ट विद द डॉक्टर. सो इसमें क्या हो जाएगा, डॉक्टर और पेशेंट का वीडियो या फिर ऑडियो कॉल रहेगा और साइमल्टेनियसली यू विल बी देयर. आई मीन इफ यू आर मेडिकल स्क्राइब, देन यू विल बी देयर along with them, and जो भी डिस्कशन होता रहेगा you will be able to listen, understand, and you can easily, I mean, document all these things. Okay, so it's not like that physically you will be there nowadays. Traditionally it was there, but nowadays it is getting hired remotely. That's why it's opening a door or opportunities for the to work as a medical scribe. So there is a great opportunity in the field. Near future it will definitely increase. So how to become a medical scribe? So there are some steps. So generally one is complete your graduation. There is no any mandatory, but if you have science background or the pharmacy background, then it's very well and good, because you should have knowledge of biology, medical terminologies, and I mean good English that can be proved as a beneficial. These will definitely help you to grow in this career. You should have good knowledge of the human anatomy and physiology. These are the foundation of this business or whatever work you are going to do, because if you don't know anything, how do you, I mean, transcribe the information? Okay, so that's why it's very first and basic thing. You should be from the pharmacy background, or the I mean science background at least. Then you should get certification. Okay, there are a lot of certification courses available. 4 to 6 months programs, if that program is focusing on teaching medical terms and typing, because typing is also very important here, because you have to type. I mean, typing speed should be good, because you are typing. I mean, you are during the discussion you are going to write it down. So if they're covering your improvement, like I mean, listening skills and all this, verbal and written communication and all these skills, so that is good. That you should go ahead with the any kind of certification. And third important thing is that you should gain the relevant experience. So experience as an office assistant or a transcriber or even a customer service specialist can help you secure a position as a medical scribe. So this skill will develop. I mean day by day. But if you have this hands-on experience on these things, then definitely it will prove you beneficial during your career. So what are the skills required? Okay, so this is a unique profession and that requires skill to advance your career. Following some short-term and long-term career, so you should have some skills. So first is listening and comprehension. So you should be good listener as well as good understanding of what you have listened, because you have to transcribe all the information which you have. I mean you have listened during the video or audio call. Okay, so you should, I mean, you must quickly grasp and make notes from the conversation without an error. That's the basic requirement here. Then you should have attentive or attention to the details. So you have to, and I mean, a medical scribe need to have an eye for details, as they're responsible for comprehending, understanding the physician's conversation and entering the details into the HR. So they should be attentive. Okay, it's not like that. I mean, discussion is which generally happens. Call is going on and you are not at all listening, and that will not be helpful. Okay, so you should be attentive. Then you should have good computer skills. The way we have discussed, scribes may connect with the doctors over live or video call or audio call. It is crucial for them to understand and record information accurately, because the physicians or the doctors are completely relying on your data. That's why it should be recorded. You should understand and you should accurately, I mean, document all the information. And to do so, advanced typing and data entry skills are often helpful. So you should be, good computer skills you should have. Then knowledge of medical terms, the way we have discussed. This is not a journalism or something, no. I mean, you have to just record something, and because that is different part. Here it's a medical information, so you should be aware of the medical terms. So you're definitely you're doing just notes, okay, but what doctor says, and you should understand what interaction is going on. Sometimes some short forms will be there or some other things will be there. You should not by mistakenly no, type it something when you don't know the spellings or the medical terminology. So that's very important here. Good knowledge of medical terms. Then time management. Time management is a crucial skill for the scribes, as they must be able to attend the patient meetings with the doctors, because the way we have discussed previously, sometimes it will be in person or sometimes it will be video or audio call. So you have to be compliant with the doctor's schedule to ensure their your and doctor's schedule is matching. And that's why time management is very important. Sometimes it's like a various time zones will be there, so you have to adjust your schedule accordingly. So there are some frequently asked questions about this profession. So some of have been covered here. So what are the working hours? So medical scribe often work for a fixed number of hours every week, like other corporate jobs, where 8 to 10 hours of per day job of full time schedule will be there. And definitely the way I had just discussed, doctor's time zone, and accordingly in which time zone you are supporting for the doctor's morning or evening shift will be there as per the US time zone or European time zone. There are various roles are getting offered in this. So you can be a like, after getting a proper skills, you can become a senior scribe. The way we have seen that for scribes there will be quality check, so you can become a quality assurance specialist, trainer, or a member of the management team. So this is the career growth available. So it's a like good entry level career, no? You can have a for your good career. It's also, I mean, there is a one of the question is that is being a medical scribe hard? So definitely it's a challenging job, because you have to listen carefully what conversation is going on. Even you have to document it properly without an error. So that's why it's very challenging, but obviously very challenge is there. So obviously growth will be there, okay, because you are almost equivalent to the doctors. Like, I mean, you are jotting down all the points and discussion and all these things, so you'll definitely get a good understanding here. Only thing is that you are not able to, as a transcriber, medical scribe, you will not be able to give the treatment plan, but rest of the things will be there. Okay. In some general medical scribe interview questions, so we will not discuss all these things in detail, but there are some questions you can definitely prepare for this while going for the interviews. So few general medical scribe interview questions will be there at the time of meeting onset. These are just for the way it's mentioned as general questions. So definitely just to check whether your personality aligns with the workplace values and the cultures or not. So your goals and all these things during your discussions, your soft skills will be getting checked in this. So these are the questions like why you're a suitable candidate, professional goal, what's your strength, why you do want to become a medical scribe, are you team player, what you're expecting, personality, definitely what you know about the company, what do you think is the most important duty of the medical scribe, how will you manage your time and stay motivated. Okay, so these are general questions. I mean, it can be some plus and minuses, but these are general questions. So some are like when you are experienced in the medical scribe field, so definitely there will be, they need to check your previous job and professional experience, as well as your specific skills, expertise and knowledge necessary for this job, because obviously they will check, then only they'll hire you. So there are some questions for the experienced medical scribes. So these will be like some of these have been mentioned here, not all. So have you completed any medical scribe training courses? Were you using any medical software systems? how I mean, have you ever assisted a doctor when they are providing patient care? Like, because based on your skills you can sometimes ask for some suggestions, and you can provide also, like some laboratory tests are required or not. So do you have any data entry experience, or you're only, I mean, jotting it down somewhere else, not on the EHRs, electronic health records? So how you are, ensuring timely communication with your team when you are working remotely, notes in shorthand. So shorthand is like sometimes um, uh, with some symbols and some like, I mean, writing in short. Generally journalists also write those things. So that type of notes, do you have anything, or educational qualification? How you will ensuring that notes are accurate? Because obviously QC step is there, but first time right is a very good approach. Okay, so how you are ensuring, like doing the self QC and all these things? How you used to record patients' vital signs, and what information you include in the notes that you have taken for a doctor. So all these things would be very important. So these answers are given, like you will have to jot it down, all the histories, like medical history of the patient as well as the family and lab data and etc etc, all the things you need to document. Some in-depth questions that will assess your analytical thinking, problem solving, and critical thinking abilities. Like when there is a, obviously you have experience, but do you have any expertise in that field or not? Or when some type of scenarios are there, what will be your answers? So that will be definitely checked here in these questions. So like typing speed and accuracy, because it's very important. Okay, so medical terminology and processes, like they will ask some short forms or some types of procedures which are not unique or not common, I would say. So how you managing the patients who does not divulge any details about their medical history, or medical terms does not regularly use when admitting a new patient, purpose that scribe serves, then how accurately record a patient condition experiences, some other ways to help calm an anxious patient. So anxious patient, I mean, how you will calm. So these things will be like when you are there in the, mostly in person, but sometimes even on the video or audio call it can be helpful. Then patient's conditions rapidly deteriorates during the examination. What you will do? What you'll do if patient gives conflicted information about their condition, sometimes giving some other information, like diabetes type 1, sometimes telling diabetes type 2. So these are very challenging and in-depth things, no? Definitely you should have. And what will do if your computer stops working when taking notes for a doctor? So here you actually, along with your experience, I mean, how your critical thinking works or your problem solving skills are there. So these things come into the picture. So hope this will help you about the medical scribe. Thank you so much.